So it's almost my favorite time of the year. NHL playoffs are about to start in a couple weeks. I'm here with Mike Trakos, Post Media's hockey columnist. Mike, let's talk about the Leafs first off, right off the bat. The Leafs are either going to face, it's looking like, the Winnipeg Jets or the Montreal Canadiens. Which of the two teams should the Buds want to play first?
Well, the emotional pick, Mark, is the Montreal Canadiens. The Leafs haven't played the Canadiens since 1979 in those playoffs. So you're talking about Dave Keon era, okay, against Henry the Rocket Richard. Sorry, not Henry the Rocket Richard, the Pocket Richard. Either way, it's been a long time, okay? We're talking more than 40 years. So, yeah, we want to see the Habs and the Leafs. I think it'd just be gangbusters. The two biggest markets in the hockey world going toe-to-toe in the first round. Can't ask for anything better. So that's the emotional pick. And you know what? The intelligent pick says the Montreal Canadiens as well. I think if you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, the number one obstacle in terms of preventing this team from winning a Stanley Cup or even getting out of the first round is going to be the Winnipeg Jets. I think they're just so deep up front. They've got the reigning Vezina trophy winner in net. Montreal doesn't pose the same problems. Like Carey Price is not Connor Hellebuck anymore. And Montreal's offense has been driven by youngsters right now. So that doesn't scare me as much as, Mark Scheifele, Nikolai Ehlers, Blake Wheeler, Kyle Connor. So if I'm the Leafs, how can we set up a Montreal-Toronto rivalry, not just for the fans, but for the good of this team?
Mike, how is Toronto going to put those playoff demons to bed? I can't even remember the last time the club made it out of the first round.
Yeah, me and you both there, Mark. It's been since 2004 since the Leafs advanced past the first round. And yeah, clearly they have the talent to do it. And this year, Boston's not standing in their way. Neither is Tampa, even Washington, Columbus, teams that have, outed the Leafs in previous first rounds are not standing in the way. So, the Leafs have the best path to, getting out of the first round. Like I said, going to the promised land of the Stanley Cup final. It's just a matter of how can they orchestrate an easiest path to that? And you know what? In the first round, you don't want to be playing, the toughest opponent. And for me, the Winnipeg Jets kind of look like the Boston Bruins. So, Toronto's got 2 more games against Montreal, 1 more game against Winnipeg. They beat Montreal in those 2 games. You're pretty much setting up a Habs-Leafs first round.
Stack lineup for the Leafs. Which players need to step up in the playoffs?
Well, obviously it starts with Mitch Marner, Austin Matthews. Those 2 guys have been carrying the load all season long. But the big question mark for me and for a lot of fans is going to be who the goaltender is. And, whether it's Jack Campbell or Frederik Andersen, can they step up and be the guy that can lead this team past whoever their opponent is? And it's tough. Anderson's been hurt for most of the year. When he's not hurt, he hasn't been playing like his old self. And Jack Campbell, well, the sample size is still relatively small when you're comparing him to some of the elite goalies around the league. So, the Leafs got to make it easy on him. Obviously, if he scores 6 or 7 goals, that's going to make it easy. But, we'll see when the chips are down, so to speak. Can a Campbell or can an Anderson steal a game for them? Because they haven't had to up until this point. But you know how it is in the playoffs. Goaltending matters.
Mike, before I let you go, I don't want to jinx anything, but looking ahead, the Leafs, if they make it out of the first round, they could be possibly facing Connor McDavid and the Edmonton Oilers. Tell me about that tantalizing possibility.
Yeah, wouldn't that be something? You're talking about Austin Matthews, who leads the league in goals, against Connor McDavid, who leads the league in points. They're doing something that hasn't been done in terms of the point production or goal production since like Mario Lemieux in the early 2000s. So, yeah, it would be an electrifying series. Definitely no defense on that series. It's all offense, offense, offense. So it'd be exciting. And, fingers crossed we get to see some high-octane hockey in the playoffs.
Okay, I can't wait to watch it all unfold over the next couple months. Read more from Mike in the National Post and in the Toronto Sun. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.